Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Wellbeing Knits podcast. My name is Robin and as always I will be your host. I am sorry, I'm looking down at my notes already, they're just right down there. I am Wellbeing Knits on Instagram. I am Dumbledore's Socks on Ravelry, and I have also included my Goodreads and my Vinted link down below if you wanted to take a look at what I'm reading and selling. I am also on Facebook as Wellbeing Knits. I have a group and a page, but as I say every time, I have no idea what I'm doing on there. So sometimes I post stuff, sometimes I don't. The best place to get me is Instagram, really. That's the best place to find out what I'm doing, and I haven't posted in a while. As you can probably hear, I'm not quite right in my voice. I had every intention of podcasting, I think around the 3rd of January, and then this happened. Well, actually, that's not true. I podcast, and then my phone would not let me finish the podcast, so because it kept running out of space. So what I had to do was give up, basically, because I was getting frustrated. And then I was too busy, and then I got this flu cold thing, which is just awful, and I'm still sort of recovering. I had to take some time off work. I think I was in bed for about 3 days. I just couldn't, I had no energy. My taste has completely left the building. It has come back a little bit now, which is good. But yeah, that's what's been happening, and that's why this episode is a little bit later than I would have liked. It is a roundup. It's a 2024 roundup, so if you're not interested, I get it. It's a bit, old news now, isn't it? 2024. But anyway, if you want to watch, please do. It should be interesting, I think. And I'll have so what I'll be doing is I'll talk about what I'm wearing. Then I'm going to get into finishing off my advents. I know, I'm sorry. There was just a couple of things I wanted to show from my advent. A finished object, which I'm quite pleased with. Christmas gifts, like yarny Christmas gifts. And then I'll be getting into my roundup of 2024 and then my plans for 2025. The camera is a bit higher than I'm used to, so I feel like I really need to be quite stretched out. I don't know, I'm still obviously I explained in one of my vlogmas that I've got a new tripod thing, and it's kind of a game changer, but at the same time I have no idea what I'm doing, so I don't know if it's too high, too low, I don't know. But anyway, here we are. Sorry, there's a window right there, so I'll get distracted. Right, so what am I wearing? This is the Salty Air Tee by Samantha Guerin. I'll just stand up a little bit so you can see the lace there. So this is knit in Blue Fern yarns. It's the Whirlpool colourway. It's day 4 from her 2023 advent, which I can't remember the theme, but it was kind of beachy themed. And for some reason, number 4 just really popped out at me, and I had to get a couple of full skeins of it. So thank you, Shannon, for that. And yeah, Salty Air Tee. And this is actually one of my makes from 2024. So this will be counted in the, roundup of 2024. So yeah, I thought I'd pop that on. So that was really cute. And obviously you can see the stash is still there. But I will get into goals and explain more about the stash later on. So let's get the adventy bits out of the way, because they're kind of old news, but kind of still gorgeous, really. Let's be honest. I'm just checking my notes because I did write down a little plan for the episode, because I'm not quite there at the moment. So yes, so advent. So I had 4 advents. So I had Blue Fern yarns, obviously, Curated Yarn Co., Siobhans Crafts, and James Makes. I don't have the James Makes with me. I shared that with my mom, so she's got it at her house. It was a weekly a weekly advent, so 5 full skeins. And then the Siobhans Crafts was a 10-gram mini, a 10-gram 24-day advent, and then the other 2 were 20 grams daily advents. For Siobhans Crafts, I didn't buy the main skein, but for Blue Fern Yarns and Curated Yarn Co, I bought the main skein, so the 100-gram day 25 skein, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let me just get into this. So we'll start with Blue Fern Yarns. Blue Fern Yarns theme was apothecary. So actually I can just show you, although I've showed this 1,000 times. Let me just see. There. That was her theme and her colour inspiration for the advent. So day 24. So anyone that watched my Vlogmas, I did my last one on day, I think it was on day 23 or day 24, I can't remember, but I hadn't opened 24 yet, so I didn't want to show 24, and obviously I hadn't opened the main skein because it was before Christmas. So day 24. Now please watch my Vlogmas or head over to her Instagram if you want to see the whole advent. So this might look a bit random, but I just wanted to sort of conclude the advent anyway. So this is day 24. Oh, it works perfectly. I love this. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's day 24, classic sock, 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. So it's her classic sock base, and there's her Blue Fern Yarns logo. So I love that. Each one came in these black bags. And then the main skein, so it says Xmas Day skein, came in sort of black tissue paper. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I just keep forgetting how gorgeous this is. Oh, and it's got all the colours, so the blue, the green, the red, the purpley colours. That's kind of close, I would say. It's maybe darker in real life. I've got like natural light, so I don't know what's going on there, but anyway. So it's Blue Fern Yarns, and it says Christmas Day skein. Classic sock, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Sorry for the noise. Let me just put that back there. So I've just got the box over there, so I'm just putting it over there. Then we had Curated Yarn Co, and her advent came in these very shiny bags, and you can see this is day 24. It also came in a very shiny project bag. I'll just grab it 1 second. Here it is. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. So the theme, oh, so stuck. Oh, never mind. Anyway, the theme was retro chic Christmas party. Sorry, Christmas cocktail party. Just scratched it a little bit. Anyway, so day 24 was called Champagne Coup. So sorry, just one moment. Ignore the crinkling. These bags are so sticky. So that was day 24, Champagne Coup. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty true to colour. And then sorry, there was something else in that bag I needed to show you. So the main skein, so day 25, and this is all in her sock base. Sorry for the crinkling again. Trying to remind myself how to open this one. Sorry. Ooh. And this is the main skein. Isn't that gorgeous? It's all sort of pastel-y and pretty. So there's her logo, Curated Yarn Co. It says day 25 sock, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams, Christmas in Technicolor. Oh, I love that. As I said in my Vlogmas, if anyone watched, I have no plans for any of my advents at the moment. Well, one of my advents, which I'll show you in a second. And then the other thing that came with her advent was some stitch markers. So these are very fancy stitch markers. Anyone that knows stitch markers will know these are pretty fancy. And they are from Sucra Miniatures. I've always wanted Sucra Miniatures. I wouldn't have chosen probably these ones, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I got them in the advent and I think they're really cute. So I'll just show you them as best as I can. So this is the first one. I think it's supposed to be like a pineapple upside down cake. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not making it that any better. There, that's kind of... Anyway. Then there was a cocktail stick. Put it a bit around. Yeah, so you can see there's kind of like a little olive at the top. Cheese, tomato, maybe another cheese and another olive. I don't know if you can really see that. And then the last one was a little, oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, a little cocktail. Very cute. So I mean, I guess I could sort them out, couldn't I? Anyway, you get the idea. So, yes, so they have been living with the advent, really. Right, so now for my third advent and finished object. Yes, that is right, you heard me right. I have a finished object that is also used my advent. So anyone that might remember, I had Siobhans Crafts advent. It was a 10-gram mini daily advent, and it came with, so it was 10-gram minis, 24, and then there was a bag, a project bag. So this was the theme, Mermaids Paradise. And it also came with some other goodies, so some stitch marker, sorry, not stitch markers yet, needle protector things, little scissors, a little yarn cake holder for like you can put on your wrist, which, did I bring that up with me? No, I didn't bring that up with me. It's okay, I'll show it next time. Or go and check it out on her website. She has not on her website, sorry, on Instagram. And so anyway, I'm too excited to show this, so I'll just show this. So anyone that had the advent and doesn't want to, I don't know, hasn't seen it for any reason, maybe look away, I don't know. So anyway, there's the theme again. Sorry, I got a bit bent. There we go. So it says this yarn is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So it was on a sock base, and it was kind of a, there's the colours. So it's kind of a mix, you can see there. No sort of fade or anything like that. It was just a mix. So we had pearl, wave, I don't know how to pronounce that word, coral, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Sand, mermaid scales, seaweed, seahorse, axolotl, cherry shrimp, sorry, sea urchin, blue sea glass, coral, oh, another coral, oh yeah, coral again, but a purpley coral, sea turtle, clownfish. Now I'm going to try and say it. Nudibranch, there was 2 of those. Jellyfish, blue tang, octopus, coral again, but a pinky one, parrotfish, starfish, and green sea glass. So you get an idea of kind of the colours from that, right? So what I want, sorry, my camera's just moved slightly. Sorry, I hope that didn't give you all seasickness or something. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to use the whole thing, the whole lot in one project. And I'd been eyeing up this project for a while, really. And so I knitted it. And it took, I cast on Christmas. Let me double check. I have it on my Ravelry. So I cast it on Christmas Eve, and I cast off January 11th. So it was super quick. I didn't think to start it when the Advent started because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Anyway, just stop waffling, Robin, and get on with it. So what I've knit is a shawl. Let's see if I can find the best angle. And there it is. So you can see there's a cable detail on there. I don't know if you can see the cable that well. There you go. And you can see all the colours. So this is all the colours of the Advent in order. So it needs a block, but it's done. And this is how much I have left of the last colourway. So I think there's about 1.5 grams there. I don't know if that will even do a couple of rows in my blanket, but that's what I have left. And that was the green sea glass, so the last colourway. So I'll just show this again. You see all the gorgeous colours. Now, some of them aren't my cup of tea. I don't know if I should say this really, but I don't love this colour. And it's the biggest section, which is kind of frustrating. But I like it, but I don't love it, I think is my problem with that one. I love the next 2, 3. Don't love this one or this one really. That's just me. I love this one though. Love this one. This one's really fun. This one's okay. These are all okay. I love these ones here in between my fingers there. Not a fan of these 2. This one and this one. But maybe it's just because how they don't really go with the rest. And then I love the rest. I think the rest are really fun. And yeah, the cable is so easy. And you can see it's garter, so it's just knit, knit, knit. And the cable, it's just, if you can count to 12, you can do this project without even looking at the pattern. That's basically what happened. So I started it, and me being me, I got in my usual flap of, oh my God, I've got to read the pattern and I got to like track my rows. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I can count to 12 and I can count my rows, so I can just see, right, so it's this, this, and this. You know, I'm ready to do a cake. I'm ready to do a cable. So I did have the stitch marker on here, but I've took it off now. But it was like mermaid fins. I showed it in the Vlogmas. Anyway, this pattern. Let me explain what this pattern is. So I'll just show this again. Oh, it's just so pretty. So this is called the Cozy Coastline Shawl by Shannon Long, which is Blue Fern Yarns. And she designed this pattern. Let me just double check this before I just talk rubbish. She designed this pattern in, it was for her 2023 Advent, which is the same Advent that this came from. So obviously that was quite beachy themed. Excuse me, sorry. So that would have been I knit one of her other patterns in that advent. You would have seen that before. I think I might have showed that in Vlogmas actually. So it was quite a lot of blues and sandy colours and greens, and then blues again, I think, or something like that. No, it ended with green. So blues, sandy colours, greens, and a few greys in there as well. So it would have been it would have been gorgeous, but I think it's so fun. I think this is so fun. I'll just stick it on while I talk about it for a minute. So, oh, anyway, so I style myself. So yeah, so this is, like I say, the Cozy Coastline shawl. It was her advent pattern. It is on Ravelry. It's on her website. It's gorgeous. It's so easy. It's so quick. She explains how to add in the next color if you wanted to do it in like an advent kind of way. Or what I did was I did that now I can't remember what it's called. It's like a weft, I don't even know if that's the right word, like a weaving kind of way to add your next colour in. So I didn't add the colour in at the end of the row. I added it in kind of wherever the last one ended, and I've got no ends except for this one at the beginning and the one at the end. The one at the one at the end and the one at the beginning. So yeah, I'll put a link to that to the YouTube on how to do that and what it's actually called. But I just love it. And the cable is so easy. It is quite a big cable. I'm not going to say any more than that, but it is quite a big cable, but it's easy peasy, and you only do it every 12 rows. Maybe it's more than that, I can't remember, but get the pattern. I just looked on here. It's £5. It's worth it. It's such a cute pattern, and you can do it with anything. You could do it soft, you could do it one colour, you could do it 4 colours, you could do it in 24 colours. It really does, it works for everything, I think. So yeah, so this is the Mermaids Paradise advent from Siobhans Crafts 2024, her 2024 advent as well. So last time you would have seen this, it would have been in the little skeins, the little 10-gram skeins, and now it's all knit up into a project. So this is my first finished object for 2024. It is also, actually I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, really enjoyed, really loved it in that. Really quick, really easy. Yeah. So just move some bits around here. So that was my finished object. Then we have Christmas gifts. So the reason I wanted to show this, because I wanted to show what I've been gifted, obviously, but also what oops, sorry for the crinkly. I just, I've got gorgeous yarn and I want to show it. So, but first let me start with this little bundle. These are dishcloths. And my mom knit these for me. The reason I want to show these, because I want to show the cute little motif that she did for it. But look how many she's done. She's just done loads. And this is great. This is really good cotton yarn. It is from, now I'm going to butcher the name, I'm sorry. It's called Coastline Green, I think. It's a brand new shop in pretty much every high street that's popped up, and it's really pretty little shop. I'm not sponsored, so I'm not going to go any more about it, but it's a really cute little shop and it's worth checking out. Again, I was going to say I'll put a link in the bottom, but I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look at their little website. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the couple that she added a little motif to. So, and they have all these great colours. Like, they have a whole wall of cotton yarn in, I think they're 50-gram little balls, and they're perfect for a little dishcloth. So this was the little tent. She did a little tent motif. So I think you can see that. There's the tent there. And then there's a little moon and some stars. I just thought that was so cute. And then before she did that one, she did a little test. And so this one has got 2 tents. So there's the first one. And then there's the second one. I think that's the right way. Am I showing it the right way? Yeah, I am showing it the right way. So yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Mum. And then, so they're going to go in my dishcloth drawer now that I've shown them. Then we have some other things that, some yarn that she bought me. Both Mum and Dad bought me, should I say. And of course she knows I'm just going to say it, it's an obsession with blue fern yarns. I mean, really just take my money at this point, Shannon. So, but anyway, so Shannon was having a pop-up in at Venetia's yarn shop in Norfolk, in Fakenham in Norfolk. And Venetia's yarn shop is gorgeous. Please go if you're ever that way. It's definitely worth checking out, and even better when Shannon's there. But yeah, so my mom went in there and gorgeous, right? So that's pretty true to colour, I would say. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true to colour. Oh, gorgeous. So it's blue fern yarns and it's called Winter Nights. That's the colourway, Winter Nights. Classic sock, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. I'm just so pleased with those. I love them so much. So they will be probably another tea. I don't know which one yet, but they might just be something to look at for a little bit. They need to go on the shelves now. So yes, I love those. And then I spotted something on Instagram before Christmas, and I said to my mum, asked me what I wanted, and I said I'd quite like this book, maybe both. And I knew, again, Venetia's sell these books, and yeah, anyway, I'll just show you. So my parents bought me Lane. This is Lane magazine. It has gorgeous knitting patterns, and this is autumn 2024. And the reason I wanted this one specifically was because there's a designer. So there's the designer, Anna Daku. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, Anna, if you watch, which you probably don't. And she is a bluebird box on Instagram. I think there's some underscores in there and some full stops, but she's bluebird box. And I've test knit for her in the past, and she's lovely. And anyway, she's got a pattern in here, and I saw the pattern. I just love the pattern, but there's other patterns, so I just wanted to show you quickly. Now, if anyone's ever seen Lane or had a Lane magazine, it is international. There is everybody from everywhere in this book. So for instance, let's see here. So this lady here, oh, gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so this is called Morning Mist. And this is by a designer in Tokyo. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Based near Tokyo, Japan. And then there's some stories and some information in here as well. And then we've got another pattern here. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Yeah, there it is. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is called Alya. Aalya, Alya, and this designer is from Finland. She lives in Finland. So I mean, they're everywhere. They're from everywhere. Anna herself is Canadian. She's in Canada. So we've got Canada, Japan, we've got Finland. I'm just trying to find some others now. Denmark. Oh, this is pretty. This is really pretty. These are ones I'd be very tempted to knit. Oh, not very tempted, but plan to knit, really. This one is gorgeous. Look at that one. Oh, it's gorgeous. And this designer is, so this is called, oh, I'm going to butcher this, Hyeja. Hyeja. I'm going to go with Hyeja. Hyeja. And she's from Denmark. So anyway, there's also a Guerin Johnston pattern. Let me find a better picture, sorry. That's kind of a better one. This cute little cardigan. And yes, so that's Guerin Johnston. And obviously she was born in Shetland, but she now lives in the US. And I say obviously because she just started podcasting. And I learned all about her history on her podcast. And her podcast is really great. Worth checking out on YouTube if you wanted to. And then now Anna's pattern. So let me just find it here. Oh, that's pretty too. Stripes, not stripes. Stripes, not stripe. I don't know. But isn't that pretty? That is by so it's called Stripes, not Stripes, or something like that. Maria Gomes, and she is from Portugal. I'm sorry I'm butchering the names. I feel terrible. I should just stop. But anyway, so Anna's pattern. So the whole reason I got this book, or asked for this book for Christmas, is this cardigan. If you can really see that. Isn't that pretty? It's got this gorgeous like lace pattern down the front here, on the like the button bands, and then on the sleeves as well, on the sleeves. So that is called, it's called Amisk, and it's actually named after a the pattern was named after Amisk Creek, a small winding tributary near Anna's home. Yeah, so she's the.bluebird.box on Instagram, and she posts some gorgeous pictures of her farm, I guess you would call it. I think she has sheep. She has gorgeous dogs, and yeah, worth checking her out anyway for her knitwear and everything else she does. So yeah, so that was another Christmas gift which I love. Now one day I will knit something from this book. So then, oh gosh, was that everything? Oh no, sorry, the box is staring me right in the face. Then I also bought, now this wasn't this was a Christmas gift to myself, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it Blue Fern Yarns, obviously, had a she did a winter box, I think it was called. It was called the Quayside winter box. Anyway, we saved it, me and my mum bought one each, and we saved it to open on Christmas Day. So it came with a candle, and it also came with, oh, I've got to show you this. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely really pretty, and it's so like simple, and I don't know if I would even use it, but it's just gorgeous. It's like a little bag strap thing, but it's been woven, is that the right word, out of her yarn. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So it's called a handmade wristlet keyring. It's been hand woven using an inkle loom and Blue Fern Yarns hand dyed yarns. Oh, gorgeous. And it came with a cute little stitch marker. It's a little snowflake stitch marker. And there was a candle as well. Let me just put this away. If I don't put things away, I will just leave it as a mess and it'll annoy me. Then the yarn. Speechless. It's absolutely stunning, and exactly there was a picture of the yarn, not the yarn, sorry, of the kind of colour inspiration. She got it in one. I mean, there's no words. There's absolutely no words. Oh, it's gorgeous. So it's called Quayside Winter. This one's called Quayside Winter. This one's called Quayside Winter Tonal. And again, it's on her classic socks. So 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. Stunning. Stunning. Okay. It's just gorgeous. And yeah, absolutely love that. So I don't know what I'm going to knit with it, so if that offends anybody, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So yeah, that was that. That was all the yarny goodness, the finished objects. Let's get into the roundup. So if you wanted to go now, thank you for being here. I'm going to do roundup and I'm going to do 2025 plans now. So if you don't want to stay, that's absolutely fine. If you do, please stay and listen to the goodness that's coming up. So 2024 roundup, knitting / crafting. So when I say crafting, I also include crochet in there because I did a couple of crochet patterns, crochet projects. And that's it really. I didn't include like any cross stitch or anything because I don't really log my cross stitch. So anyway, so I'm just going to read from my notes. So I'm sorry if I'm not looking up. So according to Ravelry, I have knit / crochet 27 projects, and I set my Ravelry challenge at 35 projects, which is 77% of my goal. So this was 2024, okay? 77% of my goal. But in some instances, I put multiple finished objects in one project page. For example, knitwear for charity or Christmas gifts. So a good example of that is I knit some hats for, I think it was called Hats for Ukraine. And I knit 5, but I put them all in one project page on Ravelry. I don't know why. I just did. I also knit, I'm trying to think what the other one was. Oh, dishcloths. I knit 3 dishcloths, I think it was 3, for my sister. I put them all in one project page. So what I've done is separated it all up and added it all up properly in that way. So with this in mind, I actually knit / crochet 34 objects, which is 90% of my challenge goal. That sounds better, doesn't it? I mean, the 77 was fine, but the 97's more accurate, I would say. So really pleased with that. So in terms of what I actually knit, so I knit 1 dress, 4 pairs of socks. My sock mojo just left the building. 4 cowls. 1 dickie, which I think I showed you. Sorry, it's a funny word. I showed you that on the on one of the podcasts. I think it's kind of a so it comes flat down here and down the back, and then has a rolled neck, like a turtleneck. So it's like a cowl, but just comes down here a little bit and down the back, and it's open on the edges. If that makes sense. There is another name for it, but I can't remember what it is now. But yes, it's like a cowl. 3 dishcloths, 2 pairs of fingerless mittens, 1 Christmas stocking, 1 cardigan, 3 tops / tees, so this one, for example, 2 shawls, 1 wrap, 1 vest, so I knit a sleeveless vest, 2 emotional support chickens, 7 hats, so that was the charity ones and I guess some extras, or maybe there was 7 I knit for charity, I can't remember now, but 7 hats. And then I crocheted 1 cardigan. Yes, I crocheted a cardigan. Yeah, so I was really pleased with that. That's a lot, really, isn't it? I mean, 34 projects in a year, that's quite a lot, I would say. So what I've done is I've set my 2025 goal at 30 projects, just because I thought it might be a higher chance of meeting that goal, maybe going over it, which would be great, which is what I did the year before. So yeah, 30 projects. And because everyone was sort of going on, well, not going on, everyone was sort of saying about how many whips they are taking into 2025 from 2024, or even older than that. So I added that up as well to just give you an idea of how many whips I currently have. And that is 9. Actually, which is quite surprising. Let me just double check that, because I don't know if I believe that. Let me just see here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I have 8. I have 8 because my Cozy Coastline was 9, was the 9th one. So what I'll do is I'll just change that to 8. And I've also included in there as my whips kind of thing, I've included my Stephen West shawl. Now, technically it's done, but I want to do the optional added border at the bottom. So that's why I've considered it as a whip and not as a finished object, just for clarity. And then in terms of reading, so I also log my reading on an app called Goodreads, which is really cool. You should check it out. They've got some new little functions on the challenge this year, which is kind of interesting. So I set my Goodreads 2024 challenge at 20 books, and I only read 12. So that's 60% of my goal. You know, is what it is, really. I've listened to more books, but those were mostly ones I'd read / listened to before. All 12 were new books to me. So all the 12 that I read were brand new books to me. I listened to books that I'd listened to before or read before. Harry Potter's one that I kind of listen to quite frequently because helps me get to sleep, basically. Yeah. So the reason it wasn't more, if I'm being honest, was I got into a book. I started a book at the end of the year, November-ish time, and I just couldn't get through it. I couldn't finish it. But I've since finished it. I was determined to finish it. You know, before 2025 got too far in, and I ended up finishing it in the first week of January, I think. So it was great because I've now got a finished book for 2025. So anyway, I sort of lost my reading mojo because of that book, but that's okay. Anyway, the book was Jane Eyre, by the way, if anyone's interested. I found it a bit of a slog in the middle, but really good at the end. It's like the last 3-4 chapters were really good, but the middle bit was just too much for me. With the language and everything. Anyway, I digress. I have set my 2025 reading goal at 15 books, just as an attempt to, obviously I'm not, if I'd read 12, I'm hoping that I could meet 12 again this year. I don't know, we'll see. So yes, that's my challenge for 2025 is 15 books. And like I said, they've got some new challenges on there where you read a certain genre of book and you get like a different bookmark, they call it. So I might try and do that, but I'm not committed to that right now. So that was my roundup. I'm really pleased with that. Obviously I enjoy knitting, that's why I do this podcast, and 97% of my challenge goal, 34 items. I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll see what 2025 has to offer. So 2025 knitting / crafting plans. Now I have quite a long list, and a lot of it is to finish. Really, it's to finish those 8 whips, works in progress. But anyway, I'll get into it. So I want to finish my Nest jumper by Tin Can Knits. The pattern is called Nest by Tin Can Knits. I'm just trying to think where it is. It's in one of those bags. I'm not going to disturb the pile. So it is a jumper. It has a one central cable, which are like those kind of round cables, down the middle, right down the middle, front and back, I think. Yeah. I'm knitting it in Cascade 220. I've run out of yarn, basically, is why I didn't finish it. So what I need to do is I need to order more yarn to get it finished. So that's plannable. Finish my Go-Go Dynamo Shawl by West Knits. So this is what I was talking about in the whips from 2024. So my plan is to get that border finished. Yeah, I don't think it will take that long. I just need to get on with it. I just need to pick up the stitches and go. But anyway, I'll explain why I haven't done it yet, other than being unwell. I also want to finish my Traveller hoodie which is by Andrea Mowry. Now I started it. I did about that much. It's not a pattern from doing that much. I learned it's not a pattern that I can kind of just blah, 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 blah. I can just go. I need to look at the pattern. I need to look at the knitting. I need to read the knitting, and that is where I get a little bit unstuck with projects. If it's not just running around in, and I can do it, watch TV maybe at the same time, then I'm not as inclined to finish it. But I love the hoodie. I've seen it a lot on Instagram. The hood itself, excited about that. I have the yarn. It's all ready to go. I just need to get on with it. So that's my project for 2025. That's kind of my thing I'd really quite like to make a serious dent in, at least. Now, so those are all finishes. Want to finish those. And obviously there are only 3 projects of the oh no, there are more finish on the list. Then I want to knit a Simon Shawl. A Simon Shawl by Twin Set and Purl. A Simon Shawl by Twin Set and Purl. I have the yarn. I just need the get up and go. Yeah, that's my plan. I'd like to knit a Simon Shawl. I have seen them all over. Obviously they had a birthday for the Simon Shawl recently. Twin Set and Purl. They did a whole podcast episode about it, and it's gorgeous, and I just want to get on with it and knit it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna use this yarn here, which I don't know if you can see that. Yep. I think I'm going to use this yarn. I haven't really decided. I don't know if I've got enough. I really need to look at the pattern, I guess. But anyway, so this is called Yarn Smith Merino Sock Superwash. I don't know if I have enough, really. Enough of the one colour. I have obviously 2 orange. This was going to be, these 3 here, the pink and the orange, were going to be a Ruth shawl by Twin Set and Purl, but I've changed my mind. So yeah, so I might be using that. I don't know yet. Oh, right. Then I would like to use an advent. Now I have technically already used an advent, but I'd like to use another one. I have let's not count how many I have. I have a few, and I'd like to use them. One of them came with a very obvious pattern. Not a very obvious pattern, should I say. It was dyed in a way to do this specific pattern. So I might just do the pattern that it comes with. rather than trying to rack my brain on what else to do with it. And then I have the Bird Street yarn. Bird Street yarn. That's the one I'm talking about with the pattern. Then I have a Giddy yarns. Now I have my new blue Fern yarns. I have a Curated Yarn Co. one that James makes, and I feel like there's another one. I can't remember, but anyway, use an Advent. That's my plan. I'd like to knit another dress. Now, I don't know. No, you can't see, but just over there in that box there, that is kind of a DK box. Now in there is 4, maybe 5 skeins of, oh, I've instantly forgotten her name. Truly Hooked. Sorry, her bag is just right there. Truly Hooked, DK. It's kind of a pinky, yellowy, bluey, neon-y colour. And I'm thinking a dress. I have a pattern for a DK dress and I love it and I want to knit it. So that's my plan. I want to also, now you may, if you've watched me for a while, I went to Summer Wool Festival, I think it's called. I just call it Newbury because it's in Newbury, the Newbury racecourse. So when I went to Newbury, I bought yarn to knit mittens, and I showed the pattern on the video and everything. It's called the Expecto Patronum Mittens by Diana Waller in the Knitting Magic, the official Harry Potter knitting pattern book by Tanis Gray, and I want to knit them. Now they are in that bag there. The yarn is all ready to go. Well, I think it needs caking, but it's in that bag. I said I was going to knit them. Let's knit them. So they are all over Colourwork. I think it says Expecto Patronum. I think it has a deer or something on the mittens. Oh, they'll be lovely. They'll be absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and they have an insert, mohair insert thing. Oh, lovely. With this cold weather, gorgeous. Then, right, so 2 more finished, so objects, 2 more things I want to finish. Crochet cardigan. Now I started that cardigan. I don't have it to hand. Now you've probably all seen it. It's the one where you knit a kind of, you crochet a hexagon. Anyway, when you put it all together, it's like an L shape. So it's like your arm and your body, right? You all know what I'm talking about. And then you put the 2 L shapes together, right? And then you knit the sleeve, you crochet the sleeves, and you crochet a cuff, and you crochet the other one. And do you put a band? No. Can't remember. Started it, need to finish it. Get it off the hook. So that's the plan. Finish that cardigan. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the YouTube. I'm sorry. I'll put it below if I remember. I'll make a note for myself. Add link. It's a whole YouTube. It's all on YouTube. A whole tutorial. I think you can buy the pattern or download the pattern. But I'm a real visual learner when it comes to crochet because I just cannot read the pattern. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway. Finish my Jane's Mitts by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. Now, Kay Jones came out with a fingerless mitten pattern. Oh, I didn't bring them up. My mum knits me some for Christmas and I forgot to bring them up. Anyway, maybe I'll show them next time. Or should I run down and get them? I'll run down and get them. Have a look at the stash while I'm gone. Right. Now, any good podcaster would edit that bit out, but I won't be, so sorry. Skip ahead. So, right. Jane's mitts. Now, these are ones that my mum knit me for Christmas. Aren't they gorgeous? So there's a little pattern on the front, plain on the back. Now, this is this colour here is called Anti-Valentine. It's by Stranded Dye Works. He is no longer dyeing yarn, but gorgeous, gorgeous. As soon as I saw them, I said, oh my god, it's Anti-Valentine. And it is, it's Anti-Valentine. Oh, I love it. And this is also a Stranded Dye Works colourway, but we're not sure what it's called. So my mum knit those, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then mine are here. Now you can look at these and think, Robin, get on with it. Can you see what I have left to do? A thumb. That's it, a thumb. So anyway, sorry, I looked at two different places there, sorry. So yeah, that's all I have to do is a thumb. This is John Arbon, John Arbon Textiles, knit by numbers, DK. Colour 21 and colour 55. I don't know which one's which, sorry. So that's all I have to do. I just need to finish those. And while I was downstairs, I ran downstairs and I grabbed my day 24 gift from Siobhans Crafts. So it came with the yarn for that shawl that I've knit. And I won't put it all together because it takes me forever. But this is the base. You can see it's got some little mermaid tails there and shiny bits. So this basically... you put that bit through there and then you hook this on and then you can put this on your wrist and you've put your cake on here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that because that's what I said I would show next time, but I won't show it next time now. So back to plans. So Jane's mitts, I've just got the thumbs. Knit a pattern from one of my books. I've got a few books. I've got 2 lanes now, I think. I've also got Tom Daly's book and I've a knitting book, sorry. I should be specific. A knitting pattern book, and I've also got the two Harry Potter books, knitting pattern books. And I've also got a few others. So yeah, I'd like to use that. I know currently Needles at the Ready and Fibre Hustle and Piece for Piece are doing a knit from your books, a knit a pattern from your books. Cast on was January 1st, but it's not there's no prizes, there's nothing really. It's just a bit of fun and to encourage people to use their books. But I missed the boat on that one a little bit. Anyway, where was I? I'll come back to that one. Knit a pattern from the my digital pattern stash. So I have oodles of patterns that I've bought over the years, and yeah, I mean, obviously I knit from them because I don't really knit from my books. So, but I want to dive into it and have a look at what I haven't knit, what I've bought and haven't knit, and actually do it. So obviously that that shawl I showed earlier would be one of those, really. I mean, it's probably a pattern I've had for a while that I just haven't knit. Yeah, just have a little bit more of a look in there and see what I've got. Knit a Whitmore sweater that is by Amy Loden. I've seen it. My mom's got one. I've seen Wool and Wishes have got one. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I just need to get on with it. Wear my knitwear more often. I am terrible at this. I knit away. I'm a process knitter. So, excuse me. I don't tend to wear what I've knit, which is so silly. So silly. I only really wear it for the podcast, which is kind of silly, really. But yeah, I'm really a process knitter. I'm not really a product knitter. Product. Anyway, whatever the word is. I'm a process knitter. I'm confused myself now. So the only things I tend to wear are like mittens, or I always wear my hat, I always wear a cowl, but I never wear the garments. It's the garments that I really need to wear more. And, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I wore a knitted Christmas jumper to the Christmas wool show, and I got so many compliments, and it was lovely. And it's not for the compliments, but that was nice. Do you know what I mean? That was appreciated. Speaking of the Christmas wool show, they posted my little face on their Instagram, which was very kind, because I did a podcast episode about their show. So please check out that. Check out their Instagram. Christmas wool show, I think is just the name on Instagram. It was so kind of them to shout me out, really. Anyway, now up here, you can't really see it, but there's 2 folders there, and they are Peter Rabbit cross stitch, and it's really pretty and such a fun project. But have I started it? No. Have I had the pattern for ages? Yes. Am I still getting the pattern? Yes. I am subscribed, so I get it every month. So I get 4 books every month. They're tiny little books, and they're like 4 pages. But they have what is called, I don't even know what it's called, but it's the seasons. So there's a spring page and there's a summer page so far. So far we've only had summer and spring. And on that page there are, I say page, fabric. Yeah. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 9 motifs of the characters from Peter Rabbit. Gorgeous. They're absolutely so pretty. Have I started it? No. Do I have everything to do it? Yes. So anyway, that's my aim, is to at least start it. There's no way I'm going to finish 3, you know, summer and spring. But I'd like to start it. It's really pretty. You get the thread. They've sent the fabric. You get little extras. I got 2 tin boxes. I've got a cup and saucer, which is really cute. What else did I get? I get the folders in the kit. If you pay extra, you get little extra kits. Yeah. So get on with it, Robin. And then make some progress on my version of the jelly roll blanket. So I've started a jelly roll blanket. And I've knit maybe, if anyone knows the pattern, it's in strips, like a jelly roll, like jelly roll strips. Anyway, I've knit 2. I ain't gonna keep me warm, is it? So I have a bag, literally, it's like this big, full of minis, well not minis, scraps, ready to go for this blanket. So yeah, that's one of my on the list. And then my final plan for 2025 is to track my ins and outs. Now, you've probably heard this on other podcasts, other you know, knitters on Instagram and whatever, but I thought I'd give it a try. Just have a little try, see how it goes. Disclaimer, any yarn you've seen today doesn't count because it was all given to me in 2024. But the shawl that I knit counts as an out because I finished it in 2025. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I've already used 240 grams. Out. These will count when I finally, when I finally finish them, these will count. And I'm just doing it in grams, and I'm not going to be too fussy. I'm just going to stick them on the scale and see what happens. I'm not going to be doing meterage. I'm not going to be doing yardage. I'm not going to be doing anything like that. It's just going to be a very rough estimate. And we'll see how we do at the end of the year. I say that as I'm about to say I've booked tickets for Unravel. So I imagine my in will be, and my out will probably just go wee. So yes, Unravel is on February. We're going on February 15th. I've heard it's very busy. We've never been to the February one. We've only ever been, I say we, me and my mom. We've never been to the February one. We went to the September one. Was it September? I think so. Not last year, maybe the year before. And it was the hottest day of the year. I'm not joking you. I'm not saying that as a joke. It was actually the hottest day of the year. We drove there. It was a very long drive back, and the hottest day of the year. And so there's, if you've been to Unravel, there's about four rooms. Two are high up and one's down, and one's down even further, and all over the shop. Anyway, one was boiling hot and the other one was too hot, was like cold. So yeah. Anyway, we're going in February. February is the very busy one. So I'm very excited. But I'm also a bit nervous how busy it's going to be. Yeah. But there's a lot of different dyers there that we've never, well, I say we've never met. We haven't seen we've not seen at other events. So I believe Mammy and Florrie are going to be there, which I've heard a lot about on episodes recently. Sorry, that was poking in me on my face, in my eye. Mammy and Florrie, which we've never seen, I don't think. And like I said, we've heard a lot about them recently on podcasts. Les Garçons from Canada are going to be there. Amazing. Little Grey Girl, which we have seen. We saw her. Oh wait, maybe she's not going to be there. Let me get the list. I don't know how this went on, how I got here, but there we go. Let's just see the vendor list here. Unravel tickets. Yep, tickets. Unravel. Maybe I need to Google it. Unravel vendors 2025. I'm sorry, exhibitors. Right. So I'm not going to read them all. Excuse me. Sorry, I've still got this cold. I'm not going to read them all, but I'm just going to read the ones that I'm excited about. So, Bird Street Yarn. I've seen them a few times, but excited. Anyway, love their yarn. Les Garçons, or Boutique Les Garçons. Pretty. Cool Woolings. Again, I've seen them, but not, really. I've seen them before. I've seen them at other events, but always nice to see their yarn. It's gorgeous. It's so colourful. But Les Garçons, so exciting. So exciting. Created Yarn Co., which obviously, I've seen and bought from Created Yarn Co. Fruitful Fusion, Eden Cottage Yarns, Ginger Pink Yarns, Hide and Hammer. I didn't know that before, so that's quite exciting. Let me see. Hot Butter Yarns. I think they do kits, don't they? Mammy and Florrie. Pigment and Ply, Pixie Yarn. Rosie's Moments. Ted Knits UK. Crafty Bird, who's also called Robin, by the way, I think. Yeah, Crafty Bird, yeah. Who else? Little Grey Girl. The Wool Kitchen. Ooh, gorgeous. The Wool Kitchen. Ooh. Toft. Yarn Tinks. Yarn Whisperer. Brilliant. Brilliant. And I know Martin from Knit 365 is going to be there as well. I don't know what day. I just know he said he's going to be there. So that's very exciting. And then I don't know how long after, but then there is East Anglia Yarn Festival. So I haven't got tickets for that yet, but I will be getting tickets. So anyway, yes, that's my that's my plans for 2025. Track my ins and outs. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen there. Hopefully I won't be disappointed or annoyed with myself, but you know what, at the end of the day, it's gorgeous and it makes me happy, so who cares? And one more thing I want to say, the reason I haven't got my act together with a lot of my to-do list, so to speak, is because I'm currently knitting a project via the loose ends. Now let me just Google what that's called. The loose ends project. Now, if anyone knows the loose ends project, it essentially is when how can I explain this? So basically, if you have a relative who was knitting, crocheting, quilting, cross stitching, mending, weaving, punch needling, latch hooking, I'm reading the list, felting. If you have a relative that was doing this sort of project, and let's say they passed away or they've become unwell for some reason, then what they can do is they can pass that project on to a knitter like myself or a crocheter or somebody to finish that project, so that they have the project memories and they can have a finished object. Now that's what I'm currently working on. I'm not going to go into the details. I'm just saying that's what I'm working on at the moment. I signed up a long time ago. I didn't think I'd get anybody really. I don't think it's that well. I don't know if it's that well known in this country. I don't know. I might be talking absolute rubbish. But anyway, sorry. Signed up to be a finisher, and about, I don't know, a year and a half later, I got a project. So I'm desperately trying to finish this project, and so that's why everything is kind of on hold. Like I said, I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to show the project. So yes, that's what I'm doing at the moment, and then once that's done, I will probably pick up my Stephen West, to be honest, get that done. I'm in a kind of finishing. I want to finish things. These, for example, I want to finish those. So that's my plan. I'm also doing no, it's decided. I'm doing a sample knit for Blue Fern yarns. So those two things, loose ends and Blue Fern yarns, are not on the to-do list for 2025, but it's just a rough plan, you know. But I'd be interested to see what you're all wanting to do in 2025, knitting wise, crocheting wise, whatever, crafting wise. And I'm really sorry, this is a long one. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Thank you so much for coming to listen to me waffle on about 2024 and my plans for 2025. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to. Please like if you want to. The next one probably won't be over an hour long. Who am I? So yes, I'm just making sure I've done everything. I'm sorry if it was a bit up and down at the middle there and I left this camera, and anyway, thank you so much for coming. I will see you next time. Bye.